All right, how's everybody doing? This is the Comic Samurai. I want to welcome you to my next video. And tonight, we're going to be doing another Let's Rank challenge. This is where we look at a run on a series and assign every cover a letter grade from A to F, and then pick our favorite and award it that special S tier ranking. And tonight, we're going to be looking at Walter Simonson's memorable run on the Fantastic Four. So let's go ahead and jump right in. First up, we got this issue number 212. And this one came out in 1979, and it was just kind of a one-off for Walter. He just did this cover. Let's take a look at it. We got Galactus versus the Sphinx here, and I just love how those two are drawn. Those huge cosmic beings having a battle on the cover there. The colors are amazing. I like the trade dress, everything but the Fantastic Four at the bottom. Apparently, they had been advanced age with some kind of a scroll ray or something, but they're elderly at the bottom there, and I do not like that. That's the one demerit on this cover. Otherwise, Walter Simonson came out swinging, and I'm going to award this first one a B. Now, he took a 10-year hiatus until he came back on this Fantastic Four number 334, and this is where he started his regular run. He did the writing and the art and covers, starting with this one. Let's take a look at it. Now, this was the Acts of Vengeance storyline that ran through most of Marvel's titles at the time. And I really liked that storyline. It's where they switched villains with the heroes, so other heroes were fighting not their typical villains. And on this one, you've got all those beautiful villains in the background there. I just wish that they would have colored it differently. All that green, especially that lame mint green, just drabs this one out. I would have given this one a very strong A. I love how they were all drawn in the background there, all those villains. But unfortunately, the color just ruins this one for me, and it's just a C. Next up, we got issue number 335, and again, this is continuing that Acts of Vengeance storyline. So you've got all of these villains on the cover there, and it's supposed to be a joke, a humorous cover where it's the greatest villains or whatever, and the Fantastic Four is just not having a very hard time defeating them there. I never liked the image of Sherry, that she thing on the cover there. It didn't work for me. Again, this one's just getting a B from me. I wish that it would have just been a little more dynamic. The Fantastic Four all laid back. Who wants to see that? Like this issue number 336. This is the worst of them, in my opinion, where not only are they disinterested in the villains, but they're not even on the cover. You've got the Human Torch there, half off of the page. Everybody else disinterested there. Just the feet of some villains on that side. This one's not a very compelling cover for me, and I'm just giving this one a D. All right, next up we got issue number 337. Now, this is when they started that cross-time caper stuff. And they got this Rosebud 2, this time sled there. I just wish they would have colored it different. Look at how they colored it brown. And you'll see in subsequent covers, they didn't do it that way. I think they learned from their mistake on this one. But you got Thor and Iron Man. I wish they'd have been a little more front and center also, because everybody knows Walter Simonson for his Thor run. So why not put him in the forefront a little bit more instead of Sherry just hovering in the background there? This one's a pretty good cover, and it's getting a B. I was so excited to continue that cross-time caper. That was a lot of fun for me. And this issue number 338 continued that, and you've got this kind of spiral effect where everything's going over this big circle, and these huge hands, which are Galactus's hands there, but they didn't color the purple in the background, so you didn't know it was him. They just colored it this orange, but it is a continuation of like his chest emblem. So the colorist really dropped the ball on this one again with that mint green in the background. Walter Simonson's pencils and inks were just ruined by the colors on this one, and I'm giving this one a C. Next up, we got issue number 339, and this one is where they got these two big behemoths going at it. You got Thor and Gladiator, and I just love those two characters. I think Gladiator is so underused, but he's fighting Thor here front and center. I wish they would have just done those two with a pure white background. Instead, they tried to cram in all of these enemy ships there, and they colored them again, that lame green. Whoever the colorist was must have loved that green. But you got the time sled there too, and for some reason the colors just didn't work on this one. I can only give this one a B. I'd love to give it an A, but all those ships just ruined it. They drew away from those two figures. Next up we got issue number 340. And again, the colors on this one, the purple and the yellow, I don't like those two. It's rare that they work. When it does, it's great, but on this one, it did not. And you've got this huge celestial in the background, and that's cool. I love Walter's take on that. You know what? I do like this one. It's a bit better than the other. I'm giving this one a B, though. I can't give it an A yet. Next up, we got issue number 341, and here we've got the time sled coming in at a dramatic angle. You've got Galactus in the background, his face there. This one works for me. I even like the image in the thumbnail there, the trade dress. This is finally what they wanted, a dynamic cover that features the Fantastic Four front and center. I like this one, and it's getting the first A from me. All right. Next up, we got issue number 342, and while this continues Walter Simonson's writing, he didn't do the cover on this one, so we're not going to include it in the review. Next up, we've got issue number 343, and I do like this one. The Nuke Busters with all that type in the background there, and the Fantastic Four with these huge cannons there. I do like that. This is how you do a Fantastic Four cover. I love Walter Simonson's run, and this is where he started feeling his oats on this run. I loved it. Give this one an A. Next up, we got issue number 344, and this was a lot of fun where they're fighting this Russian robot. It's supposed to be Stalin in the cockpit there. You've got the Fantastic Four. I love when Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, is getting stretched on the cover. That's always fun. Finally, a white background that isolates the action there. I do like this one. It's another fun one, and it's getting an A. Next up, we got 345, and this one kind of introduced them to a dinosaur prehistoric time, like the Savage Land. And you've got this Triceratops on the cover there, eating a shredded Fantastic Four costume, but it doesn't feature any of them, and I don't like My Heroes Fallen, and this implies that they've been eaten by the Triceratops, which just doesn't make any sense, as far as I know. I think they might be herbivores. In any event, the red background's okay, but it clashes with this green. I did not like that one. This doesn't even have the Fantastic Four on it, and I can only give it a D. Next up, we got issue number 346. Now, this is a cover that features dinosaurs done by Simonson that I did like. You've got the Thing holding up a rock high above his head there, and the spears fighting the Tyrannosaurus Rex there with his little teeny front arms there. I do like this one. It's a step up, and I'm giving this one a B. Next up, we got issue number 347, and this is when Art Adams came in and did some of the covers, and these are among my favorite of all time. Walter Simonson did contribute to the writing on this one, and I did like that. It was a great collaboration. Those two should team up more often. I love this. It introduced the new Fantastic Four with Wolverine, Hulk, Spider-Man, and Ghost Rider. It was a lot of fun. And it wrapped up the three-part story with this issue number 349. It's beautiful. I love it, but it was not done by Walter Simonson. Next up, we got number 350, and this was a giant-size issue, and it features the return of Ben Grimm as the Thing, and it's got him front and center right there. And it does feature Sharon returning to a human form, and she's laying on the ground on the cover there, and then you've got these other images of the Fantastic Four at the bottom. You've got this looming image of Doom in the background there, and I just love Walter Simonson's take on that villain. I do like the image of the Thing here, but there is a lot of black on him. I just wish that he would have had more detail, but nobody can capture a dynamic reintroduction of a character like Walter Simonson, and this one displays his talents in full form. I'm giving this one an A. Next up is issue number 351, and this one features a Mark Bagley cover. It was not written or drawn by Simonson. It continued something that was happening in an annual. But this issue number 352 did return Walter Simonson to writing and penciling duties here. And this one features Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, on the cover there. It's got this explosion behind him with all these rock chunks there and this ray coming out of the side there. Now, do the chunks overlap? That's very important. I heard Ed Piskor say that anytime glass is broken and there's an explosion, all the debris should be layered. It should be on top of each other, and there should be shadows of chunks cast upon other chunks. And in this one, I do see a couple of chunks that overlap there, so that's nice. This one's a good cover of Reed, but so much backlighting is taking place. I don't like that he didn't give us the details of his face there. Why not just illuminate him a little better, and you get to see Reed's full expression. This silhouette here wasn't my favorite. I do like to see how Walter Simonson interprets Reed's stretching ability there. That's a lot of fun, but this one can only go up to the level of a B. Next up, we got issue number 353, and this one features a beautiful image of the Human Torch front and center on the cover there. We've got a couple word balloons here, and we've got a beautiful thumbnail image there. We've got this image in the thumbnail in the UPC box there. I do like that. Now you've got an explosion in the background and all of this energy coming forward, and he's not backlit here. The Human Torch is shown with none of those shadows that Simonson did on The Thing and in Reed in those past ones. I do like this image of the Human Torch here. But what really gets me on this one, and what puts it in an A tier for me, is his drawing of the Thing in his spiky form. That's my favorite version of the Thing, and I love Walter Simonson's take on it. It's a beautiful image here. This one, the color on that blurb there, the trade dress, the explosion, the dynamic perspective, where the Human Torch is coming at you. You can trace his flame trail there. I do like that. Everything works on this cover, and I'm giving it a very strong A. All right, the last one in Walter Simonson's run is this issue number 354, and he wrapped it up here with an image that calls back to the Future Part 3 for me. You've got this train traveling through time, and that does remind me of that film very much. You've got all the characters there on this train, that cosmic background there, they're exploding through time, having an adventure. It is fun, it is jolly, but I wish there would have been just one character like leaning off the front, coming at the camera. Instead, they're all about the same size in the background there. There's nothing really in the foreground propelling this one forward. However, it does have one of my favorite UPC box images of all time, and this one, I'm going to give it a B+. Not quite an A tier cover, but I like a lot of things about it, so it's getting a B. All right, well, now that we have them all ranked, let's go ahead and take a look at the ones in the A tier. All right, let's go ahead and pick our favorite and award it that special S tier ranking. First up, we got this issue number 341 that features all of the Fantastic Four there on the time sled with Galactus in the background. Thor and Iron Man make an appearance in the thumbnail, followed by 343 with that beautiful type in the background. The Fantastic Four plus Ben Grimm there, all holding those giant cannons. I love that one. Next up, we got 344, that mostly white one. 350 with the Thing coming at you. And 353, that most dynamic image of the Human Torch there. I do like that one. This image of that timekeeper there at the bottom is a bit of a demerit. I do like this one, but I wish it featured all of the Fantastic Four. You get this little thumbnail up here in the corner, and again, it's my favorite image of Ben Grimm there, but it's got to be between these two. You know what? This 341 is my favorite of Walter Simonson's run. I like how it's got even the thumbnail of Thor and Iron Man there, Galactus there, but this one, you finally get to see the Fantastic Four in Simonson's glory on Rosebud 2, their time sled there, and this one just sums up the Fantastic Four for me. It's got to be fun, it's got to be adventurous, it's got to be a little bit cosmic, and this one does it like no other. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. This was a lot of fun. Walter Simonson's one of my favorites there. But let me know if there's any other writers, artists, runs, series, titles, characters that you want me to review. Thanks again, and have a great night.